The Los Angeles Lakers will have competition this summer trying to acquire Donovan Mitchell, and new candidates arise alongside JJ Redick for the Lakers head coaching candidacy. Before we get into that, most people watching this video right now aren't subscribed, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and let's see what team it is. Star shooting guard Donovan Mitchell's name will be heard a lot this summer as multiple NBA teams will attempt to acquire him. Brian Windhorst at ESPN alluded to the Brooklyn Nets being another team who could potentially be in the Donovan Mitchell sweepstakes. The Brooklyn Nets could be enticing for Donovan Mitchell because one, he's from New York, and also in tandem with Michael Bridges in order to build something in Brooklyn could be an opportunity that Donovan Mitchell wants to take. Now, obviously, Brooklyn has a lot of future trade assets that the Cleveland Cavaliers could bank on, but also the Cleveland Cavaliers could decide not to trade him at all, which puts them at risk because Donovan Mitchell hasn't signed his player option. Then they could find themselves in this situation next summer where they've lost Donovan Mitchell to free agency, didn't recoup any assets in the process. Because Donovan Mitchell will be a free agent in the 2025-2026 season, some teams that trade for him could be finding themselves in a situation where Donovan Mitchell is just a 1 year rental, giving all the leverage to Donovan because this allows him to really decide his fate and which trade partner works with the Cleveland Cavaliers in order to make a trade. This year's NBA draft is going to be really interesting because most teams looking to acquire Donovan Mitchell will likely use one of their first round draft picks this year in order to get him. Now, the Los Angeles Lakers have already come out and said that they're willing to give up the 17th overall draft pick in order to acquire a third star, while also the Memphis Grizzlies have already come out and said that they're willing to move the 8th overall pick in this year's draft in order to acquire another win now player or star level player to pair alongside John Morant. Donovan Mitchell's name is going to be buzzing all the way through the summer. And with that being said, we'll be monitoring it closely here at Lakers Digest. The Los Angeles Lakers coaching hunt has been heating up as recently the Lakers have even looked into Coach Krzyzewski, yes, Duke's legendary head coach, as a consultant to help them look for somebody to fill their void at the head coaching spot. JJ Redick's name has been the hottest over the past few weeks as most people believe that the Lakers are going to hire him as a head coach. However, the Lakers are still looking as multiple assistants and former head coaches are still in the hunt for the Lakers head coaching job. Sam Cassell, James Borrega, Mike Nori of the Minnesota Timberwolves all been names who will be interviewed for the Los Angeles Lakers head coaching job. Sam Cassell and Micah Nori are two really interesting prospects for the Lakers head coaching vacancy. Now, Micah Nori of the Minnesota Timberwolves did a great job with the organization this past season. The Minnesota Timberwolves were the number one defense in the NBA, which is a really big thing to highlight due to the fact that the Lakers' perimeter defense is going to need a lot of improvements going into the 2024-2025 NBA season. This past season, the Lakers defense lacked competitive fortitude as it relied heavily on the performances of Anthony Davis. Now, I would love to see Michael Nori get his hands on Jared Vanderbilt and really allow him to unlock his full defensive potential. I think a lot of the ways that Jaden McDaniels has been a plus for the Minnesota Timberwolves, Jared Vanderbilt could have that same level of impact for this Los Angeles Lakers team. And I believe Micah Nori will be a great coach to develop him into that level of player. This past season, the Lakers defense lacked competitive fortitude as it relied heavily on the performances of Anthony Davis. Now, I would love to see Michael Nori get his hands on Jared Vanderbilt and really allow him to unlock his full defensive potential. I think a lot of the ways that Jaden McDaniels has been a plus for the Minnesota Timberwolves, Jared Vanderbilt could have that same level of impact for this Los Angeles Lakers team. And I believe Micah Nori will be a great coach to develop him into that level of player. Mike Nori will also maximize the front court in Los Angeles, something I believe Darvin Ham did not do at the best of his ability here in Los Angeles. Now, Mike Nori has maximized the front court as we've seen Naz Reid, Karl Anthony Towns, and Rudy Gobert be a dominant trio in the front court for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Bringing that energy over to the Los Angeles Lakers would, one, help alleviate some of the pressure on Anthony Davis, but also would have the Lakers back in those bigger lineups that made them so great in 2020. Sam Cassell, on the other hand, is another really interesting prospect. Sam Cassell was a 15-year NBA veteran. He's made an all-star team before, has a lot of knowledge as a player in this league. Alongside of that, he has spent a lot of time as an assistant, notably for the Boston Celtics and for the 76ers. Sam Cassell actually once went viral because of him coaching up James Harden, but it was in a real fiery manner. Something that I also think would be a big spark for this Los Angeles Lakers team. Sam Cassell will make sure that the defensive end of the basketball is imposed, but I also think he'll be great for young guards like Austin Reaves. Player development is really important when it comes to making sure your team takes a jump next season. Sam Cassell and Mike Nori are two coaches who know how to maximize young talent. This Lakers team still has young players who have only scratched the ceiling of their potential. Being able to maximize that alongside having the stars in LeBron James and Anthony Davis, while also bringing in the potential third star, could make for a great recipe heading into the 2024-2025 NBA season for the Lakers. Now, where the Lakers go in terms of a head coach, it's really still a bit of a mystery because it can go anywhere from JJ Redick, never been a coach before, thrusted into this position, can go to another first time head coach and an assistant like a Sam Cassell or a Micah Nori, or the Lakers could be interested in a former head coach. Ty Lue is another name that really is going to buzz around the time the Lakers do go ahead and pick a head coach. That the recipe between him and LeBron James has already shown in the championship. I think Ty Lue does not get enough credit for how great of a head coach he's been. The Clippers have ultimately been heavily injured, and that injury has impacted their success. But Ty Lue has still found ways to make sure that team has gotten into the playoffs and has maximized the roster that they've had despite some of the upsets with their injuries. Kenny Atkinson and Mike Budenholzer were other names that have been thrown into the mix. Obviously, Mike Budenholzer took the job with the Phoenix Suns. Kenny Atkinson, it still remains to be seen whether or not the Lakers will pursue him as another coaching candidate. But Jenny Buss and Rob Pelinka have a lot of decisions to make over this summer. I'm JayRob, the Lakers Digest. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave a like on your way out as we cover all things Lakers this offseason. Peace.